Good afternoon. My name is Darvin Searles, and today we'll be speaking. I will be speaking with you regarding teachers' working condition, more specifically, teacher safety. Do you think schools are making sure teachers are protected and feel safe in their working conditions? No, they are not. And I will show you in the next few minutes how schools are not doing their due diligence in providing or protecting teachers in their working conditions. History shows us that teachers have had to endure some rather brutal working conditions at times. In the movie Lean on Me, Principal Joe Clark was forced to chain the doors of the school to provide safe working conditions for teachers and school environment for the students. In a case where a 6-year-old student shot their teacher, Toscano said that the administrative could not be bothered and that the tragedy would have been preventable, entirely preventable, if the administration had taken action when their knowledge of imminent danger was present. But instead, they failed to act, and Abby was shot. So, I have a question for my audience. Have you ever experienced any violence from a student or a parent? Did you feel your administration could have prevented this cruel punishment you received? From March 2020 to June 2021, the APA surveyed nearly 15,000 pre-K to 12th grade teachers, administrators, school staff, and counselors about their experience with physical threats and attacks from students and parents. The results are disturbing. Rates of violence and aggression against school personnel have been very high despite most schools being remote during COVID. Violence against educators is a public health problem, said Susan McMahon, PhD of DePaul University and chair of the APA Task Force on Violence Against Educators and School Personnel. She stated we need a comprehensive research-based solutions. Current and future decisions to lead the field of education affect the quality of our schools and a generation of learners, teachers, and school leaders in our nation. During a press conference recently, DeSantis also announced he would empower teachers to maintain safe classroom environments by creating a stand your ground classroom safety policy to protect teachers who are often judged unfairly for maintaining order and safety in their classrooms. There was no further elaboration into what DeSantis meant by that. In response to their findings, the APA Task Force recommends schools and districts focus on policies and practices that address student mental health, enhance student engagement, channel more resources in public education, and increase education involvement in decision making. What was interesting about the survey in asking about what works, said Andrew Martinez of the Center for Court Innovation of New York City, was the educators were not asking for zero tolerance. They were not saying let's suspend these kids. Instead, they were talked about preventive strategies that are built around relationships, restorative justice, and trauma-informed practices and programs. When teachers feel safer, they are more readily able to teach and support their students' learning. Is the administration doing everything possible to make teachers feel safe in their working environments? Is the administration providing teachers resources for professional development so teachers are trained on how to deal with students with behavior concerns? Are schools providing the appropriate number of staff members in the classroom to maintain safe working environments? For unknown reasons, school officials are not providing a safe working environment for teachers. As documented, teachers have brought major safe environment concerns to school officials, and teachers were failed to be provided safety. We are losing some great educators due to not only unsafe environments, but also due to administration not doing anything about the environments. I didn't quite because of the overwhelming obstacles or even aggression from the students. I left because My administrators didn't have the resources elected officials, and they failed to give us the funding my students and my team needed to keep everything going, as well as to keep us all safe, said a special education teacher, Tanya Stockwilder. If something is not done to improve teachers' working conditions, we will face a potential exodus of educators over the next few years. Thank you.